This video is brought to you by Ageless Geeks.
Hey, what is up guys? This is Anthony, aka BatBomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the Storm Collectibles Zangief from the Street Fighter V game. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that the figure is showcased in a window box packaging. We can see an image of the character from the game, and we can even see the Storm Collectibles logo on the bottom right. Turning the box around, we can see multiple images showcasing the figure in multiple posing positions with his different interchangeable parts and accessories. And on the left, we can even see some statistics for Zangief. So with the box out of the way, let's crack this figure open and see what we have inside. And here is Zangief out of the box. And man, this is one massive piece. Storm Collectibles did a really good job with this figure. He's got a very accurate sculpt, really great paint, and really cool articulation. Tons of great interchangeable parts and accessories, and he's just an impressive beast of a figure. Now keep in mind, he does have some problems, and you will see them as I go along. But before we take a closer look at the figure, let's take a look at the accessories. So Zangief does come with a decent amount of accessories. Starting off, he comes with 3 interchangeable head scans and 5 pairs of interchangeable hands. Next up, he does come with a stand with the Street Fighter V logo, as well as a clear articulated arm. He also comes with 2 whirling effect pieces. So with the accessories out of the way, let's take a closer look at Zangief. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at the Storm Collectibles Zangief. Now I say Zangief, not Zangief, it's Zangief. I hate when people mispronounce his name. I don't know if I'm just a kind of a jerk about that kind of thing, but his name is Zangief, not Zangief. Let's get that out right out of the way, okay? So, first and foremost, I don't really dab into Storm Collectibles figures all that much. I do have the Hulk Hogan figure that came from Ringside Collectibles, but other than that, that's my really only Storm Collectible figures that I've ever checked out. Now I'm checking out Zangief here, thanks to my buddies at Ageless Geeks, of course. And overall, this is actually a really cool figure. As you can see, he's beefy. A very beefy figure, which is very cool. Very great muscle structure. I love the paint used for this figure, mainly because it's more of a flattened type of paint tone for the most part, for like his skin tones and whatnot, which makes it feel a little more real and not so plasticky. So I really do dig that. Even his little hair piece right here just looks, his chest hair just looks fantastic. You can see it as more of a separate, softer type of plastic that's just kind of glued in place and whatnot. But the sculpting just looks great. That just feels like it's straight out of the game. It's a little exaggerated and whatnot, but it just looks so nice. That got nice gold and silver for the belt right there. He's got his wrestling trunks. Looks very cool. All the scars all over the body look fantastic again. He's even got his shin hair coming out of the boots right there. Looks really cool. Nice treading at the bottom. Looks fantastic. Lots of good sculpting in this. I do give them props. Storm Collectibles does a really great job with the sculpt and the paint. Just looks very, very nice. That big back. That Zangief booty right there. Oh my god. He's just packed with muscle and I love it. Such a big... Look at that chest. That's crazy. But it's so, so cool. He does have interchangeable head sculpts, which are very cool. This is more like the gritting teeth one that I think is actually pretty awesome. I do like that. You just pop them off pretty easily, just on little ball pegs like so. Then we have the standard one that comes in the package, just more like a straight face like that. But I do like this one right here, more like the screaming, angry face. I mean, that just has a lot of character to it, which I think is fantastic. That looks incredible. That's one to display him with, in my opinion. He does have interchangeable hands, a ton of interchangeable hands. The hands themselves are just on little straight little pegs like so. And these wrist little wrist tape, I'm guessing, will come off, so just be careful. And you can move them around. And when you're posing the wrist around, you can't use those to like cover up the gapping, which I do like, so I like that. And the hands are more of a pliable plastic. As you can see, they're kind of softer, rubbery. But the sculpting on all of those looks really nice. So you can take off this more open palm one. And I'll put on like this karate chopping hand, like so. You know, you can do something like that, which is pretty cool. So lots of different options for that. I'll take this one off here. And I'll take on this like pointing finger one right here, like that. Again, very cool. It's more of a softer rubbery plastic. So it's a little weird because the rubber's a little gummy, but it's actually really cool and it works very, very well. He also does come with these effect pieces. So I got to take this head. I actually got to put on a fisted hand like so. So we do get 2 of these effect pieces for his like tornado whirling effect. I don't know what the move is called, so maybe you can let me know in the comments. And then you kind of like take a fist like that. You can move his arm out sideways like so. And I got to make sure I have the right one. Is it that one? Yeah, like that. I think I have. Man, this is a little tricky to figure out which hand goes where. Am I doing this right? I think I had the right one already. Did I? I'm sorry, you're just totally watching me screw this up like right on video, aren't you? Oh, there we go. There we go. So it does hold in there pretty good, so you can get that whirling effect piece. You can get for both hands and just wah wah wah. I love that. I think it looks pretty. Oh, that's pretty awesome. I do like that. They're in a nice clear plastic with a little bit of like white paint on them, so that actually effect piece does look really, really cool. What he also does come with that I didn't picture earlier, we do get a backdrop of his level or map, whatever you want to call it, from the game. So it's like you can see the grizzly bears in the background. It's like a, I don't know, some kind of metal refinery or something like that, but you can see it's a wrestling ring and whatnot, and you can kind of even see like the chain, what do you call it, ring ropes, I guess you would call those, and whatnot. So it's pretty cool, and you can pose him in front of this if you want to do that for the display, which I think is very cool. So I love the fact they're doing something like that. I know SH Figure Arts is doing something similar with their Street Fighter line, so that's very cool. We also get this stand right here, which is actually a very nice stand. It has a Street Fighter V logo like that. It does feel like a little kind of a cheap plastic, I'll be honest, but it will hold. This arm is really, really cool. It is has some like a little gritting teeth right there to hold this arm from going up and down, and it does help with the sturdiness of it. This piece right here kind of goes up and down. It is ratcheted like that, and these clamps right here are actually on metal wiring, so they will hold like that. So I'm just going to show you a quick example. So if you want to get him up in the air, you can open up these clamps like that, and then kind of wrap them around his waist, and they'll clamp on into place with the metal spring in there, and they will hold him up in the air like that, and he's not going anywhere, which I really do appreciate, because again, he's a beefy figure, so he does weigh quite a bit. Now, one thing I will show with the articulation now that I'm going to check out, like that, he falls apart a lot when posing him around, especially right there at the midsection with the ball peg. It happens a lot, so you'll see what I mean. So the head is on a ball joint. It rolls around fairly good. It does turn left and right, up and down quite a bit. Not so much up. Down, yeah, not so much either. I guess because it's the shape of his, his chest and the back and whatnot. This whole upper section right here is a softer plastic, so it's a little rubbery when you touch it. So the arms can go all the way up like that and down and out like so. We do get a butterfly joint right in there, so you can see that moving back and forth, and you can see the rubber kind of moving in like that. You see what I mean? So I do like the fact that and it popped off again. See, and then the head popped off. See what I'm saying? So it does fall apart whenever I pose him. I don't know if it's just my specific figure, but it does, see, again, it just popped off again. So I don't know if it's just me. Am I doing this wrong? I don't know. So anyways, and this arm right here, this arm goes up pretty easily. This one is extremely ratcheted. You could hear it. That's crazy, and I don't know why. And again, it popped off again. So I don't know what. Oh my God! See, the head just popped off. Okay, do you see what I'm saying? So it's been having a little weird. So anyways, let's try and move on. Swivel at the bicep, double jointed elbows, because the bulk of the sculpt and his biceps are so big, you're just gonna get about 90 degrees, which is okay. Swivel at the wrist, hinge at the wrist, pretty much roll around, do whatever you need to do. The midsection right here where that cut is, can roll around like so, turn left and right, go up and crunch back and forth, pivot side to side, pretty much anything you need to do. Same thing with the waist right here. It turns at the waist like that, and that is ratcheted. You can hear that. It's a very, very tight, which I do appreciate. These trunks are softer plastic, so they do not hinder articulation whatsoever. You can get hip joints that kick forward that much, like so, back about that far, and you'll see how the trunks kind of get stuck in the joints like that as you're bending them, but you could just shape them around like that and fix it, and they'll be fine. There is a ball peg up in there, so it rotates the thighs pretty good, just like so. Oh, very stiff. And we get the... there we go. Ooh, man, he has really tight joints. That's good and bad in a lot of ways. Double jointed knees, bend about that much, which I think is pretty okay for the most part. It's all you're really going to need. Ankle joints allows you to point the toe up and down like so. Very tight. Rotation, and an ankle rocker, and we do get toe articulation. So overall, I think he's actually a really cool figure, and I'm struggling so much to get some of these joints moving. I think he's a really cool figure. The sculpt and the bulkiness of this guy is just fantastic. Really great paint. I love his accessories. I just think he's such a really cool and impressive figure, especially if you're into Storm Collectibles and just Street Fighter in general. I think he's definitely probably one of the best Zangief figures that you will ever see. And despite his problems of falling apart on me constantly, I think he is definitely a must-get. So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Captain America figure, as well as a DCUC Batman figure. Also for comparison, here he is standing next to the Storm Collectibles Hulk Hogan figure. And just for fun, here he is standing next to a little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys. My review of the Storm Collectibles Zangief from the Street Fighter V game. Now overall, I really do like this figure for quite a bit of reasons. He's so bulky and massive, he's just an impressive figure to have on your shelf. A really great sculpt, really cool paint, and a lot of cool accessories. He's just a truly badass figure that I think you would love in your collection. Now keep in mind he does fall apart from time to time, and hopefully that's just my personal figure. But other than that, he's just magnificent, and I'm really excited to check out more figures from Storm Collectibles. So for great deals, head over to agelessgeeks.com for awesome action figures like this and all the things you love. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.